Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you or maybe a student in your life are gearing up for the upcoming CSEC math exams, you already know that heavy, kind of overwhelming feeling that comes with it, right? The high-stakes nature of these tests can honestly create a mountain of stress, especially when you're staring down this massive textbook, just wondering where to even begin. Without a real structured roadmap, exam prep just turns into a panicked sprint. So today, we're going to dive into a blueprint designed to completely eliminate that overwhelm. We're unpacking the Academic Support Program for Summer 2026, which is this highly structured, expertly organized strategy to absolutely conquer the math material, step by step. So, let me ask you, are you aiming to fully prepare for your January or July CSECMATH exams? Really ask yourself if passing this specific test is your ultimate challenge right now. For so many students, just the thought of that January or July testing window brings on a huge wave of anxiety. And honestly, that anxiety usually comes from a really common pitfall, trying to guess your way through a study plan. Jumping randomly from topic to topic, just hoping something sticks? Yeah, that's a one-way ticket to burnout. But what if you could take the guesswork out of the whole shebang? We are breaking down a comprehensive solution today that transforms that scattered, unpredictable studying into a highly targeted system for success.
Section 1. The ASP Summer 2026 Aim, a targeted objective.
The whole foundational philosophy here is summed up by this explicit goal: to fully prepare for the January or July CSEC Math/Module 1 exams. Notice the wording there. The goal isn't just to casually review material a couple of weeks before the test, and it definitely isn't just basic tutoring. The mandate is to fully prepare. Those January and July windows, they require intense, long-term knowledge retention. You literally can't just cram for a weekend and expect to crush a CSEC exam. True preparation means building a framework in your brain where problem-solving just becomes second nature. And this program is engineered from the ground up to get you across that finish line so you walk into that exam room feeling absolutely confident.
Section 2, Deep Dive into Module 1, a complete syllabus breakdown.
Now, check out our exact focus here. The overriding objective is to absolutely conquer the fundamentals of secondary level mathematics. We're intentionally ignoring the noise of modules 2 and 3 for now, and there's a brilliant strategic reason for that. In educational psychology, there's this thing called cognitive load, when you try to master really complex high-level calculus while your basic algebra is still kind of shaky. Your brain literally overloads. It's like trying to build a massive mansion on a totally cracked foundation. It's just going to collapse. Module 1 is your bedrock. By isolating this module and locking in those fundamental skills first, you're setting yourself up to easily absorb the higher-level stuff later. It's just a deeply effective way to master math.
Instead of staring at some intimidating, dense syllabus, the curriculum is distilled down into 6 core topics. 1. Number theory and computation. 2. Consumer arithmetic. 3. Sets. 4. Measurement. 5. Algebra 1. And 6. Introduction to graphs. These aren't just random chapters either. They're this perfectly connected ecosystem of logic. Think about it. Number theory gives you the basic vocabulary. Consumer arithmetic translates that into real-world stuff, like calculating interest. Then you move into the spatial logic of sets and measurement. And then, crucially, you hit Algebra 1 and Introduction to Graphs. Getting those right early on is your ultimate safety net. Grasping how a linear equation translates onto a coordinate plane. That's a massive lightbulb moment. This focused package covers exactly what you need to build unbreakable confidence.
Section 3, Schedule and Class Logistics. Class details. Okay, so here's your exact timeline. The start date is Monday, July 20th, 2026. The commitment is daily, Mondays through Fridays, and the time is locked in at 6 p.m. And there is a real psychology behind this specific Monday to Friday routine. Trying to cram math into a chaotic school day or late at night when you're completely exhausted? Yeah, that rarely works. A 6 p.m. start time is the perfect transition. It gives you that window to step away from the day, grab a snack, decompress, and actually shift your mindset. You're entering the evening fresh, dedicating a specific block of your day entirely to uninterrupted math prep. The duration of these daily sessions is guaranteed to be greater than 1 hour long, and this is a massive competitive advantage. When it comes to complex math, a quick 30-minute recap simply doesn't cut it. It actually takes the human brain time to shift gears and warm up to abstract reasoning. In a really short session, right as you finally hit your stride and get into that flow state, the class is over. By guaranteeing well over a full hour, this program makes sure you reach that deep focus. You actually have the time to struggle through a difficult concept, ask your questions, and practice the solution in real time before you log off.
Section 4. Group Pricing and Savings. Group Rates.
Let's talk about the financial investment, because it operates on this tiered structure that's actually pretty brilliant. If a student enrolls individually or just with one partner, it's $30 per class. But if you bring together a study group of 3 students, the price drops to $20 per class. And if you gather a group of 4 or more, the investment plummets by 50%, down to just $15 per class. This isn't just about saving cash, guys, it's a pedagogical strategy. Group study creates built-in peer accountability. When you learn alongside your friends, you're way less likely to skip a session, you can bounce concepts off each other, and it turns a tough subject into a shared victory.
Section 5. How to get started. Registration info. So you have 3 direct pathways to register and secure your spot right now. First, you can send a quick WhatsApp to area code 767-225-5527. Second, you can email them directly at aspmathematicseducation@gmail.com. Or third, you can visit their website at sites.google.com/view/learnmathematicsonline/home. Do yourself a favor and grab a quick screenshot of your screen right now so you have these contacts saved on your device, ready to go when you are. Just take a second to lock that in.
The ultimate aim here is comprehensive, full preparation for your exams. You've got the daily schedule mapped out, you know the exact 6 foundational topics being prioritized, and you even have a strategy to cut your costs in half by bringing friends along for the ride. Math is an incredibly unforgiving subject because it constantly builds on itself, day after day. If your fundamental foundation is cracked right now, what are those higher-level modules going to look like for you next year? The blueprint for a rock-solid foundation is right here. The syllabus is set, the time is carved out, the only variable left in this equation is your commitment to taking action. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and hey, here is to conquering those fundamentals.